Why can't you stop thinking about that person, the one you dislike? At night, alone, you remember what they said today, and you feel angry all over again. It's your day off, but that person comes into your mind, and your mood drops. This is not because you are a bitter person. It is not because you are bad at moving on. It happens because of the way your brain works. In this video, I will first explain how your brain works. Then I will show you how to stop thinking about that person and live your days in a calm way. I will share 2 ideas from Japanese Zen. The first is Choshin, Chosoku, Choshin. It means you settle your body first, and your mind follows. The second is Gyoju Zaga. It means you can practice Zen without sitting down. By the end of this video, your day, the day the person used to control, will look a little different. But before that, let me ask you something simple. First, think of a person you dislike, or someone you find hard to be around. I will ask 5 questions about that person. Please check how many are true for you. 1. At night, after you get into bed, you remember a conversation with that person, and you feel bad, and you cannot sleep. 2. You only see them from a distance, and you suddenly feel tired, or your mood drops. 3. When they send you an email or call you, you put it off. 4. On a day when you have to meet them, you feel uneasy, even at times that have nothing to do with the meeting. 5. On your day off, that person comes into your mind, and you feel down or angry. How many were true for you? If the answer is 0, maybe you do not need this video. But if some of them were true, please watch to the end. There is a reason why the memory of this person keeps troubling you, and there are ways to deal with it. And if you don't mind, please tell me in the comments which ones were true for you. Just the number is fine. Even a short comment would make me very happy. Now, let's begin. First, there is something I want you to know. This is not happening because you are a bitter person. It is not because you are petty. The reason is a part of your brain. It is called the amygdala. The amygdala handles your emotions and your memories. And here is the important part. The amygdala is especially good at recording one thing. This person is important to me. So how does it decide who is important? It decides by feeling. When you feel something strongly, it marks that person as important. Humans developed this to stay alive. Long ago, people lived in groups. Who is on your side? Who is dangerous? If you got that wrong, you could die. So your brain is built to remember these people first, and to remember them clearly. So the more strongly you dislike someone, the more your brain saves them as an important person. And once your brain saves them, it does not delete them easily. You hear their voice. You see their face. Any information about them comes in. And every time, an alarm goes off inside your brain. This is not weak willpower. This is your brain working correctly. Now, let's go back to those 5 questions. Those questions were a check. They show how strongly your amygdala reacts to this person. How many were true for you? The more you checked, the more strongly your amygdala may be reacting to that person. So what can you do? Maybe you have tried this first. Let me just not think about it. But this is the worst thing you can do. About 40 years ago, an American psychologist named Daniel Wegner ran an experiment. He told the people in the study, for the next 5 minutes, do not think about a white bear. What happened? The people who were told not to think about the white bear thought about it more. And after the instruction ended, it came back even stronger. Why does this happen? To not think about something, your brain has to keep checking. Am I thinking about it right now? And to check, your brain has to bring it to mind. So the moment you decide not to think about that person, your brain starts watching for them. This is what makes the problem so difficult. The harder you push them out, the longer they stay. So what should you do? This is where Zen can help. Before we go further, let me explain what Zen actually is. Many people think Zen is the same as Buddhism, but that is not quite right. Buddhism is like one big river. It began about 2,500 years ago, in India, with the Buddha. As it spread, the river split into many smaller streams. Zen is only one of them. One small stream from that big river. That is Zen. Zen traveled through China, and then came to Japan. So inside Buddhism, what makes Zen different? Some other schools teach that you are saved by chanting the name of Amida Buddha. A power outside yourself saves you. In Japanese, this is called Tariki. It means other power. Zen is not like that. Zen is Jiriki. It means your own power. You do not depend only on the words of a scripture. You do not wait for someone to save you. You face your own mind by yourself. You sit. You settle your breath. You look at yourself. And you reach the answer with your own power. That is the Zen way. So Zen is a religion, but it is very practical. It does not say believe. It says try it. And one more thing. In Zen, sitting meditation, zazen, is not the only practice. Cleaning, cooking, eating, even walking. In Zen, all of these are practice. Keep that in mind. Now here is the first teaching. In Zen, there is a phrase, Choshin, Chosoku, Choshin. It means settle the body, settle the breath, settle the mind. The order matters. The body comes first, then the breath. The mind comes last. Your mind always shows up in your body. The mind and the body are connected. When you feel tense or worried, your sympathetic nervous system takes over. Your heart beats faster. Your breathing becomes short and quick. If this continues, your amygdala decides that danger is coming. And if you think about that person while you are in this state, your amygdala marks them as even more dangerous. That creates more worry and more tension. It becomes a bad circle. So when that person comes into your mind, settle your body first. The method is simple. First, your posture. You can stay in your chair. Straighten your back. Drop your shoulders. Pull your chin in a little. When your back is rounded, your chest is pressed, and your breathing gets shallow. When your breathing is shallow, your mind cannot settle. So, start with your back. Next, put your attention on your breath. When you are tense, your breathing is short and quick. Now change it on purpose. Make it slow and deep. Pay attention to breathing out. If you push all the air out through your mouth, the air comes back in by itself. Do this a few times. Your autonomic nervous system starts to settle. Your parasympathetic nervous system takes over. Your heart slows down. Your muscles loosen. And when your body relaxes, your amygdala understands that you are safe right now. The alarm gets quieter. While you do this, keep your attention on your breath. In Zazen, monks do the same. They put their attention on the breath. And that is how they clear unwanted thoughts. And brain science says this works. Your brain can only handle so much at one time. Your attention has a limit. Here is the key point. Do not try to stop thinking about that person. Remember the white bear. When you push a thought out, it comes back stronger. This method does not push anything out. It only moves your attention somewhere else. You are not fighting, so nothing pushes back. Little by little, the alarm can grow weaker. 5 minutes is enough to start. Choshin, Chosoku, Choshin. Settle your posture first. Then settle your breath. Please give it a try. Still, you may be thinking this. That person comes into my mind while I'm traveling or in the middle of work. I can't suddenly sit down and meditate. I understand. It is not something you can do anywhere, anytime. So here is the second Zen teaching. In Zen, there is a phrase, Gyoju Zaga. Gyo is walking. Ju is standing still. Za is sitting. Ga is lying down. These four cover everything a person does. And in Zen, all four are practice. Sitting is only one of the four. Think about a Zen monk's day. They do not sit all day. They clean. They work in the field. They cook. They walk down the hall. And in Zen, all of that counts as much as sitting meditation. The important part is this. Put your attention on what you are doing right now. That is how you keep your mind from being disturbed. But maybe you are thinking this. That's exactly the problem. Once their face comes up, it doesn't go away. I understand. So try this instead. Do not focus on what you are doing. Put your attention on what your body is feeling right now. When you walk, feel the bottom of your feet. When you sit, feel your back. Feel how tight your shoulders are. When you clean, feel your fingertips. Then, look around you. Let the sounds and the sights come in. But do not judge them. This is the important part. A loud car goes by. If you think that's noisy, that is a judgment. Instead, just take it in. There was a loud sound. You see an old building. Not, that's ugly, but simply, that is an old building. When you judge, your feelings move. When your feelings move, your amygdala reacts. When you only observe, nothing moves. You can use this anywhere. When you wash the dishes, notice the temperature of the water and how it feels on your fingers. When you drink coffee, notice the smell, the heat, the taste. And here is the main point. When that person comes into your mind, do the same thing. Do not push them away. That face again. This is so irritating. That is also a judgment. Instead, think this. That person is in my mind right now. Then bring your attention back to your body. Do not try to be perfect. If you fail, that is part of the learning. Just bring your attention back to your body again. Little by little, your amygdala changes how it reacts. That person takes up less of your mind, and you become calm. So how was that? You cannot stop thinking about that person, but it is not because you are bitter. It is not because you are petty. The reason was in your brain. It was the amygdala. And the one thing you must not do is try not to think about them. You do not push the person out. You put your attention on right now, and then they leave your mind by themselves. Today I shared the Zen way to do that. First, Choshin, Chosoku, Choshin. Do not start with your mind. Settle your posture, settle your breath. Then put your attention on your breathing. Second, Gyoju Zaga. You can practice without sitting. When you walk, just walk. When you wash, just wash. And put your attention on what your body feels. These two are not different methods. They are the same one thing, done in different places. One last thing. This is the most important. Do not try to erase that person from your mind. You cannot. Your brain is good at remembering, but it is very bad at forgetting on purpose. So do not erase. Put your attention on something else and bring your mind back to a calm place. Repeat this, and your amygdala settles down. And in time, your strong reaction to that person will quietly fade. On this channel, I share ideas from Japan in a way that can help you today. If you want calmer days, and this video helped you even a little, that makes me very happy. I hope your worries become a little lighter. Thank you for watching.